All right, we are at Beth El Cemetery, and what we're doing today is we've got our map, and we've come up with 4 different categories of scope of work, and those involve stability, cleanliness, um, differential settlement or sinking, and then anything that's broken and is fractured and requires some kind of repair. And so we've been going around and trying to just prioritize an initial scope of work. And so this video is just about documenting that. It would be great to come in here and do all of this work, but it's unlikely that we can do that in one phase. So I'm just going to hit some of these that were highlighted. These 3 right here, while they could all use a bath, this one here is the most concerning. So you've gone around and you got to check everybody and make sure they're not. So that's a stability concern. This could fall over. And it's not as concerning as a much larger monument, just because the ability for it to do damage is low. But we're just documenting things right now. Let's see here, coming over this way, there's a group, these 3 right here. This one, and this one. And they are all tilting a little bit, but the one in the middle is the main concern. And so, just a matter of time before this just breaks off. So we'd like to prevent that from happening. The next one back here's one that's, oh yeah, this one here. This is sinking, and it's got some fracture repairs required. So that would be nice. Even you can even tell that the top piece, this piece, these 2 pieces of stone are separate, and this whole thing is moving independently. So that's definitely a priority. We're in section 2, if you didn't know that. But let's see here. This one over here under the tree. I actually just finished today cleaning up a limb that broke off and fell out of this tree from right up there. I don't know if it is why this is damaged or if this was damaged before, but it was underneath that debris and is a priority because this is broken. So that's category 2. Let's see here, under here. So this is interesting. If we come over, this way, this little guy right here, you just look at it and you think, oh, it's no big deal. But if you come up and mess with it a little bit, it'd be really easy for this to, this can just bump into that with a lawnmower or something and it's over. Let's see, this one, oh yeah, this one caught me by surprise. I just thought, oh, that's not that big of a deal, but this big a boy is loose. This sucker is moving. Oops. Slightest breeze, that baby's wiggling. That is a big chunk of stone right there. Don't want to see that fall on anybody. And then the last one in this section is, did we check this one? Yeah. See, this one's leaning, but it's all still stuck together, so it's not as high a priority, although it would be nice to fix it. It's not as important as some of the other ones. This last one here, just look at how far that stone has slid off of its base. It's ready to, I don't know what the, micro inches per year movement is, but I'm not really interested in finding out. We should just get this one picked up, level the base, get it squared back up. So that's for section 2. Now we're going to go through section 1, which is, to me, the highest priority, the most beat up, and the most neglected. I mean, there's this one here is just, it looks like it's been run over several times. This one here is loose, instability, as most of the rest of these are all categorized thusly. And there's not that many here, and it would be really great to pay some attention to this section back here, because it just kind of feels forgotten, shoved back here in the corner. Some of these are just almost totally buried and missing. They're going to go missing. And these two over here, this one's broken. That one mostly just a cleanup job, but we might want to lift it up a little bit as it's sunken down quite a bit. And then there's a couple more up here in this section that are pretty concerning. These are the last 4 of section 1. This tall one here we actually did an experiment on this. You can see this face here was sprayed with the biological cleaner. It was a year in October, and it's February now, so it does have the ability to come clean without having to be brushed. But we only sprayed it on the one side just as an experiment. So this is these untreated sides is what it looked like. And over time, just from spraying the cleaner on it, that's what it can look like. Anyway, that one's unstable. It's ready to fall over any minute. In fact, I may actually just lay it down here in a second because I'm concerned. The others here are just sort of sinking, and then this one here is ready to snap off at some point in the future. We're going to go through section 3 here in just a minute. All right, this is section 3, the center section. And the top priorities here, this one, which is toppled over already. Reset that. Let's see here, behind marks. Oh yes, severe leaner right there, ready to crash down any minute. And then where am I? This one over here, marked. Oh, this one that's down on the ground there. I think that's an interesting. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a part of something that's turned upside down. Maybe that's just more of a curiosity to explore. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Let's see here. Then over here, this one, 0, 0. This one here is marked for 2. Is it? It's fractured and unstable. Okay. Oh, it's its neighbor. This one here, obviously, is the one marked 2. I'm going to adjust that, so that should be a priority next to this one. Coming down the other end of this row, we've got another leaner. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So this is what's concerning here, is this guy on the top, and then the rest of it is leaning, so that one's a priority. That is just one more in the back of section 3. 2 more, sorry. I believe these are back here by the tree. Soggy section. Here's another piece that's kind of buried in the ground right here. It's hard to even tell what that is, but it looks like it's a fragment. It's broken. You can see right there. So we'll have to figure out what that actually goes to. Probing around over here, And then this Markovich one is also, I don't want to wiggle it too much, but it's leaning pretty good and it's wiggly. So that's the priorities for section 3. And section 4 over there, sort of the newer section. There's nothing majorly concerning here other than cleaning. So that concludes our tour of the Beth El Cemetery. Oh, here's a little bonus video. This is pipe and French drain here were added last year. I'm walking along where the pipe goes, but we were having some issues with water coming down from uphill that direction, and it was washing out our little path right here, so we put that drain in, and that drain goes down, and it itself is a French drain full of rocks, and actually anything won't even go through that pipe until the French drain overflows. But anyway, here's the bonus for anyone who may be curious about the pavilion. I'll do a quick tour here. Things are holding up pretty well here. A couple of other items to note here. I think maybe we would want to, if we were in the cleaning mode, think about the stones here that mark the entrance. These are good and grimy, so try to prioritize that. And then, although not related to the monument, here's our constructed wetlands, which we will be trying to eradicate here soon.